Good morning, class 12. Hope you all are fine. Okay. Now, in last class, I have taught you about a demand. I have taught you about in demand what is demand. Okay, I have taught you about different types of demand. Okay, how it affect. What are the factors that affect your demand that I have explained you today. From the same chapter only, we are going to do the topic demand schedule and demand curve. I have said you about the law of demand. Now you see, in law of demand today, once more time I am repeating it. In law of demand, now see, in law of demand, when price increases, when there will be a rise in price, so there will be fall in your demand. So you see, according to law of demand, when price increases, your demand falls. People won't buy more commodity, they are tend to buy less commodity. Okay, and when price decreases, so in that case demand increases. So you see the other, so here what is showing, when price will be less, when the cost of the commodity, when the price of the commodity will be lower, in that case the demand of a commodity or the goods in the market by an individual or a market, the demand for a commodity or goods will increase. Okay, so you see here, so when price increases demand decreases, when price decreases demand increases, and the other factors are also associated with this. Last day I have taught you those are the other factors. They will remain constant or fixed, they won't have any changes. So in today's class I'm going to explain you about demand schedule, that is your individual demand schedule and individual demand curve, market demand schedule and market demand curve. Okay, so let's start with your individual demand schedule and individual demand curve. So for individual demand schedule and individual demand curve, it is very easy. Just we have to keep in mind the law of demand. So law of demand helps us. Okay, so if we keep the law in mind, complete chapters becomes very easy. So the schedule and the curve will be presented according to the law of demand. So to prepare a schedule, we have to make a table. In the table, for individual demand schedule, we have to make two columns. So here we have to make two columns. In one column, we have to write price. Okay, rupees per kg. And in the second column, so we have to mention quantity demanded. Okay, so quantity demanded will write, we can write in kg per, okay, we can write kg or we can write in units. So it's better to write in unit. So here we are going to draw about demand schedule and demand curve, and this is I am making about individual demand schedule. So at the top you need to write individual demand schedule. Okay children, so I have written in a small handwriting, you please look very properly at the blackboard. So individual demand schedule. Okay, so you will be writing at the top individual demand schedule. Okay, so now in one column, the first column you will be writing the price rupees per kg, and quantity demanded you can write in units or you can write in kg also. That's your wish. Any, you can take either, you can take units or you can take in kg. So here in the price, first we need to put a price. So here we can take 3 or 4 price. Okay, so first I'm going to take about 3 to 4 price. So first I'm taking 50, 40, 30. So now you see decreasing order I have taken. Okay, so first I have taken rupees 50, then I have taken rupees 40, then I have taken rupees 30. Okay, now as per the law of demand, I said you that when price increases, your demand decreases, and when price decreases, demand increases. So this law of demand formula you have to keep in your mind to fill this quantity, to fill up this column. Okay, now you see here 50, 40, 30 rupees per kilo of any commodity. Okay, you can think of X commodity. Now, so here the price of the X commodity is rupees 50, here 40, here 30. That means here price is high. So that means when the price is high, demand will be quite low. So in this case, what a consumer can do, what a consumer can do, that means when the price is high, consumer will tend to buy less commodity. For example, take that consumers are buying 10 units of the goods. Okay, so when the price is 50, consumer is buying 10 units of the commodity. Now come to the second price. Here the second price is rupees 40 per kg. So here 40, that means it was a high price, so people we tend to buy only 10 kg of the X commodity. Now the price is 40. So here, so as per the law of demand, so price is decreased. That means consumer will tend to buy more. So for example, maybe the consumer is ready to buy 20 units of the commodity. So you see here, nothing but only the law of demand is followed. So here the price is high, quantity is less. So as price decreases, quantity is increasing. Now you see in the third case. Now in the third case, you see the cost of your X commodity is rupees 30. So here the cost of the X commodity is rupees 30. Now it is less than 40. That means the price is less. That means demand should be more. So here when the price is 30, that which is very low, that means people will tend to buy more commodity. For example, take example of rupee, that is your 30 units of commodity people may ready to buy. So here what you're looking, when price is less, people are buying more. When the price increases, people are tend to buy less. So this is the normal phenomena which every individual who knows economic, who don't know economic, everyone does this. Okay, so that means this is the system which is followed. Okay, children. So now according to the schedule, we have to prepare the curve also. So please look.